Hi, and welcome to this video about what science has to say about reading to our kids. Today, I want to share with you some quotes from two of my very favorite scientific studies that have been done about reading. And I love these two studies in particular because I think they're both really encouraging to homeschool parents in letting us know that we are on the right track with how we teach reading and how we make reading important in our families and in our homes. So I'm so glad that you're here. I cannot wait to share this with you. Please feel free to hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever a new video is released. So today I want to share with you two really interesting scientific studies that I think are really important to us as homeschool parents as we are trying to teach our kids how to read at home. The first one was a study that was done in 2007 that was called Proust and the Squid. And in this study, they found that children who are well read to, and they define that as somebody is reading to the child at least 5 times a week, had a lot of really noticeable benefits in terms of their language and their reading skills. And some of those were that when they asked the kids to tell a story, they found that those kids used more complicated language, they used better phrases, and they used more complicated sentences. They also found that those kids had an easier time understanding language, both language that they were reading that was written down and also spoken language. And this was something that they found that was really important for the kids as they were continuing to develop in the later years. So the thing that I think is really interesting about this study is that they defined the children that were well read to as those that heard a story out loud even just 5 times a week. So we're not talking about needing to be perfect and only getting benefits if you are reading to your child every day, but you actually only have to read to your child 5 times a week in order for them to get the kind of benefits that they found in the study. And I love the benefits that they mentioned as well. Kids would become better readers, better speakers, and better communicators as we read to them and as they're exposed to that language. So this one really makes sense that kids would have better language as they're exposed to more language. But the really encouraging thing about this study is that it really only has to be 5 times a week. So we can miss a day or two here and there, and our kids will still be getting the benefit of us reading to them consistently. I love that encouragement. The other study that I wanted to share with you today comes from a book called The Power of Reading. And in this book, they said that students who choose what they read and have an informal environment in which to read are more motivated, read more, and show greater language and literacy development. So in this one, there were 2 things that had to be true about the students in order for them to get the benefit. First, they had to be choosing what they read on their own, and then they also had to have an informal environment to read it in. And that's exactly what we do as homeschool families. We give our kids a home full of books and an opportunity to read them when they want to. And when we're doing that, and when we're helping our kids be able to choose books that they're interested in, this study shows that they'll have these benefits. First of all, they'll be more motivated to read. So as we allow our kids to choose books and to read them freely whenever they want to, we are raising kids that are motivated learners that love reading and that will want to choose books on their own. We also are raising kids that will want to read more. They'll have that interest and that desire as they grow up. And we're raising kids that have better language and literacy development. So similar to the first study, kids that are better communicators, that are better writers and speakers. And those are such important life skills for our kids as they grow up to become adults. So hopefully these studies have been encouraging to you that we can spend time reading to our kids on a regular basis. And as long as we're consistent about it, we'll start to see those benefits. And that it's really important for us to expose our kids to books that they're interested in, help them to find new books that they're interested in, and just create an environment in our homes where kids are reading on a regular basis.